been allegations made all over the place. It's difficult for him to speak out and defend himself, but with cameras in the courtroom, everyone will see what really happens. Everyone will see how things develop. People will get to make their own judgments, and it's certainly a much better process than a closed courtroom.
Did you have the option to object had you not wanted the cameras?
So the way the rule works here is anyone who's an alleged victim, and I underscore alleged victim, of a sex crime has to consent to being filmed, or else they're automatically excluded. Anyone else has the ability to object, defendants, state, other witnesses, but then the judge has to make a decision. He has to evaluate the objection. No one else objected. 2 of the alleged victims filed objections, so for now, they're not going to be filmed, but of course, they're not going to be testifying for a long time. Maybe that'll change.
Do you think this is going to help or hurt Rkelly's case?
Well, I don't know that it's going to help or hurt his case within the courtroom. It's designed not to make any difference. What goes on in the courtroom is going to be the exact same. Witnesses are going to testify. They're going to get cross-examined. What it's going to do is it's going to let people see what's going on with ultimate transparency. So in other words, people are not going to have to rely on someone's viewpoint, how some reporter spins it or doesn't spin it. They'll get to watch it, gavel to gavel, and make their own decisions.
Steve, where does the discovery process stand right now? Last Saturday you said you had not.
I still have nothing. The state has told me that on next Friday they're going to give me the first round of discovery.
Do you see any problems with this as far as the jury pool, with the continued coverage of this case? Any problems with the jury pool at this point?
You know, we're going to figure it out, and they picked a jury in the Laquan McDonald case. They didn't have any problem. We picked a jury in the Drew Peterson case. We didn't have any problem. I expect the sort of media frenzy will die down, and we'll get a fair jury. There's a lot of people that live in Cook County to pick from. So I don't know what Mr. Johnson said about being ready to go to trial. I'm the lawyer. When I'm ready to go to trial, when the state's ready to go to trial, Mr. Kelly's ready to go to trial, judge is ready to go to trial, that's when we're going to go to trial.
Do you see this stretching out for like 6 years like it did back when he went to trial in 2008?
I hope not. I think my retirement age kicks in before then.
How's your client doing?
Mr. Kelly is obviously depressed, fearful, anxious, but he's strong, and he's still making music, and he's hoping to go out and play some concerts pretty soon.
Really? Does he have any dates booked?
He's playing the WBEZ Spring Bash.
He is not. I want to make that. So those women spoke to Gayle King. I have not watched that yet, but I know that they did that, and I know that there's arrangements being made so they can meet with their families if they choose to do so. They're obviously adults. It's up to them. It's not up to Rkelly. It's not up to me. It's not up to Daryl Johnson. It's not up to Michael Avenatti. It's up to them and their parents. What will happen if that does happen? I suspect it's going to happen in private, and maybe people will find out about it afterwards. I don't know why they need to speak to the news media. If they want to speak to the news media, they can, and if they don't want to speak to the news media, they don't have to.
Is there any update on a potential meeting between the women and their families?
There is an update, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's, as I said, it's private. It's between them and their families. If it's going to take place, if it's not going to take place, where it's going to take place, when it's going to take place, where it's not going to take place, when it's not going to take place. And I don't represent them. Okay? All right, everyone have a great weekend. Don't drink too much green beer. I hope that Mr. Kelly has a long and successful concert tour and can pay his lawyer to represent him and anyone else that he owes money to and pay his bills. Thank you.